Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Brandy. If you are new here, if you're not, welcome back. Y'all, I got a dilemma. I got a dilemma, right? So y'all know we are all mood readers. Every single one of us. Like, we create these TBRs, these hopefuls, we create these reading lists, and then we should start craving something else, right? And actually, okay, yeah, that's different. I'm looking at another book. But no, we're not gonna go there. So, y'all, I'm in a mood for something different. Let me tell you why. So I just finished Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black with my book club, right? Booked and Busy with Brandy, Fable, information in the description box. Click the link, join us. This is February's book pick, right? So good. I cannot even explain how I feel about this book yet because I just finished it today at work. So don't ask me no questions. Just know that, yes, it was amazing. It was amazing. Okay, so my plan was to immediately go into Isaac's song after this, right? But I can't. And let me tell you why. I kind of have a theme going here, right? I have a theme going here. So if you don't know what this book is about, this is basically about Isaac's dad named Jacob. So it's about a guy named Jacob who is dying. Not a spoiler in the synopsis. I know you guys have heard that a billion times. Not a spoiler in the synopsis. He is dying. He's writing letters to his son, who is gay. And he's basically writing letters to his son explaining himself. Explaining why he could not accept the fact that his son was gay. Okay, he had to go deep down into his history, how he was brought up, his father figure, his grandfather, his grandmother, and kind of explain where he came from in hopes to get his son to understand why it was so hard to accept him. So yes, that's where we are, right? Okay, so here's where the theme, it's an ongoing theme I'm in right now. So I just finished a queer romance at the end of January, and it was called Spring Awakening, right? Queer. Both main characters were bisexual. The guy liked women and guys. The girl liked women and guys, okay? Now, that was an arc. It's now released. I already talked about that in my reading wrap up. Now, I am 51% into another arc. Another queer romance. So you see the theme here? You see the theme? I am 50% into Running No More by GT. I want to say it's Depe. 51% in. Book is amazing, right? Like I said, I had all intentions to go into Isaac's song, but I cannot. Why? Because I have this ongoing theme going and I need something different. Now, I'm currently hosting a fitness challenge outside of the bookish community, and so it is requiring me to read a nonfiction book. If you follow me on Bookstagram, you already know about all of this. I'm also rereading Becoming. So we're getting the Black History vibes, okay? We're getting stories told. We're getting queer representation. We're getting all of that. Y'all, I need something different. So I just posted on my Bookstagram page that I had all intentions to start Isaac's song immediately after reading Don't Cry For Me. But I'm afraid if I do that, I'm not going to want to continue with the rest of my TBR for February. And I have some more queer reads on my TBR for February. So I don't know if I should shift some of those, or I don't know what to do. But right now, I have to read something else. So I said I wanted to read a thriller, okay? And I wanted to get into Shanora Williams this year some more, because last year at the end of the year, I read Beautiful Broken Love. That's her romance, but y'all know she writes multiple genres. And so she also writes thrillers. And I have 3 of her books, 2 on my Kindle and 1 here on my shelf. I got The Perfect Ruin. Now, this is the dilemma. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Blood mark. This is the dilemma. I am also supposed to be reading Blood Marks, okay? I done told 2 people on Bookstagram that I was gonna read this, and I was gonna be chatting with them in a DMs. Now, I have 2 copies of this. I was just gifted the paper copy, which is perfect because I can highlight it and tab it and do what I want to do with this copy. Y'all know I also own the hardback to go with the hardback of Legendborn. But this is also on my February's TBR because I want to read it before the 3rd one come out. Because if I enjoy this, then I'm going to go ahead and buy the 3rd one when it releases. And it releases next month. So I need to get into this chunker immediately. One thing about having the cutesy bookshelves is messing them up when you got to get a book. Oh, I got to get that ugly sticker off. These are my 2 options. Okay, this one is a thickie, right? But I don't care about that. I'm gonna read it regardless. This one is 330 pages. I need to take this sticker off, this Ollie sticker off. So what I'm getting ready to do is, for one, I'm gonna need to Google the spoilers for Legendborn so I can kind of get reminded of what's going on. I remember Bree. I remember her finding out some things about herself. I kind of got the gist of it, but I need to read spoilers for how it ended so that when I start Blood Marked, I can just kind of ease right on in, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what's so stupid about Ollie's books? There's already a Target sticker here. And then y'all got the nerve to put y'all sticker on there too. Be for real. Don't do that. Don't piss us off like that. Do not piss us off like that. Please don't piss us off. So what I'm gonna do is continue to take the sticker off. Stickers, since it's 2. But I'm gonna read the first chapter of each book. Whichever one is more suitable for the vibe I'm looking for is going to be the book that I decide to go ahead and read. Oh, that's pretty easy because that Target sticker was on there. That made it easy, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna read the first chapter of each book. I know this one is Shanora Williams' book. Is probably short, yeah. It's literally 14 pages. And that one, and then the first chapter and Blood Marks is I'll be reading all night. 26 pages. So yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna read the first chapter here. The first child, that E look kind of, I don't know. The first chapter for both of these, and then I'm gonna come back and let you guys know what I decide. Now, this is the thing. If I'm still undecided, I'm going to go ask Bookstagram what I should read, okay? If I'm still undecided. And I have a feeling they're gonna pick Blood Mark. But just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna ask them anyway. When I'm done spoiling myself from the first book, Legendborn, and reading the first 2 chapters, Well, yeah, 2 chapters because it's one of each. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna let you guys know how I feel. Okay? Okay, I done got cozy. I done put my scarf on. I got my robe on. So I read the first chapter of The Perfect Ruin. Yeah. And we are getting therapy sessions. And if y'all know anything about me, y'all know I love a good mental health facility situation. Like, I love it. A brutal tragedy ended Ivy Hill's happy family and childhood. Now in her 20s and severely troubled, she barely has a life or much to live for until the day she discovers the name of a woman who destroyed her life. Lola Maxwell, the mega wealthy socialite with a heart, Miami's beloved First Lady of Charity, accomplished, gorgeous, and oh so caring. Lola has the best of everything and doesn't deserve any of it. So it's only right that Ivy take it all away. First chapter, she already get the name, baby. So I was ready to continue reading. Now, y'all, so I started reading the prologue for Blood Mark, right? Let me show you guys look how small the text is. Look how small that is. Baby, what? And I got my glasses on and I can't see it. So, the thing about it is the prologue's font is smaller than chapter 1. But chapter 1's font is still kind of small. And I don't know if it's because I've been so used to reading from Kenny, aka my Kindle. And I've been reading from it since I got it in November. And, you know, we can adjust the font on there. So I don't know if it's because I didn't got so used to the font on there. But I'm about to pull the hardcover and see if the font is the same in the hardcover. Because if it is, baby, I can't read these. I'm gonna have to get the ebook. Let's see. Oh, the font is much bigger in a hardback. I'm sad about that because, oh yeah, the font is much bigger. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a chapter of this read and see how I feel about it. That's so weird that the fonts are so different. And I was just gifted this copy. The reason why she sent me this one is because I told her that this book was on my TBR, but I never told her that I already had it. So she assumed I didn't have it, and she bought me the paperback, which is fine. I mean, I can let baby girl read it, but the font is just so small in here. Like, I am blind for real. I wear my glasses 24/7. Like, I am blind. So, yeah, we're just gonna read the chapter from this one because the font is a little bit bigger, and then I'll come back. I don't know if I'm gonna come back tonight because it is nighttime. I don't know if I'm gonna come back tonight or tomorrow, but whenever I'm done with that chapter, I'm gonna come back. I'm not getting knee deep into these books tonight because it's kind of late. I had to go to the grocery store after work. I just want to get a head start on something. So when I finish with this chapter, I'll come back with my thoughts. Okay, I am back with an update on what I will be reading. Y'all, this was hard, okay? It was really, really hard because I know what I'm in the mood for. Kind of, sort of. But I still needed some assistance. So I ended up reading 3.5 chapters of Bloodmark. And I mean, I took it to work with me because I did not finish it the night when I was reading the first chapter. I mean, I did read the first chapter, but I went ahead and carried it to work. That way I could read some more at work just to get into the story a little bit. The thing about Bloodmark is it's fantasy, so it's still like a newish genre for me. And Legendborn kind of sort of had me confused a little bit when I was reading it. And so I was able to Google the spoilers like I told you guys I would. And it told me how it ended, right? It told me how it ended, and I remember how it ended. So I thought with that I'd be able to go straight into this one, and we did pick up where Legendborn left off. So in my head, I feel like I understand what's going on in the first 3.5 chapters. I want to really badly read this book before the third one drops next month. Like really, really bad. I really want to dedicate my undivided attention to this book before the third one comes out. I really do. I really do. Genuinely, I really do. But I know when I said I needed to swap genres that I wanted to read a thriller. And this is the one that I picked up because it's a Black author, Black History Month, and I wanted to get more into Shanora Williams. So I read the synopsis and I read the first chapter, and the first chapter grabbed my attention. So with Bloodmarked, I understand exactly what's going on after I think about it for a while and I put it in the lamest terms as possible, because I'm not gonna lie, all the terminology in fantasy is foreign to me, and I'm not picking up on it. So I have to literally just sit back and think about what I am reading and kind of go from there. So it's going to take me longer to digest what I'm reading as I'm reading it. That's why when I do read Bloodmark, I have to give it my undivided attention. Now with this one, it seems to be a fast-paced, kind of like a Frida McFadden type of thriller, right? That's what it's giving me. So I also took this to work and I've read up into chapter 8, and I was still undecided. So I posted a poll on my Bookstagram page and asked them to pick my next read. And I left the poll up for 24 hours. I took both of these to work and gave them my undivided attention on my lunch break so that I can get into both of these. And Bookstagram told me that I need to read this one. And I'm gonna post a poll here on the screen so you guys can see. They were going neck and neck. And the people that I thought will vote for Bloodmark, they were. And then some of the people that were voting for The Perfect Ruin, I'm surprised. I knew some of them would have voted for Bloodmark, but a lot of them, even some of you guys on BookTube was voting, and a lot of you guys picked this one. So I was like, okay, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And so far it's so good. So I'm gonna just put this one back on my TBR card. Well, I got some notes in here. So I'm probably gonna take the notes out and put it in my paperback, and then put the hard copy back on the bookshelf and put the paperback on my TBR card. That way I can remember that you need to get to that book. So I already read the synopsis for you guys, and I want to give you guys my initial thoughts because, like I said, I stopped on chapter 8 today. So the main character name is Ivy, y'all. She's a mental patient. She is. And I don't know if what this lady Lola did to her is what triggers her and what has her seeking therapy or if something happened to her. And then on top of that, what Lola did to her, or what she says Lola did to her, triggers her even worse. Like, we don't know. We don't know. All we know is that Ivy says Lola did something to tear her and her family apart when she was younger. Now she in her 20s. She's no longer a minor. And her therapist was able to finally share the name of the person she accused of messing her and her family life up. So she's very, she's a little messed up in the head for sure. And I think it's for other reasons and not for whatever she said Lola did. Now that she has Lola's name, she's out to ruin Lola's life the same way Lola ruined hers. But us, the reader, we don't know what Lola did. We don't know. All we know is Ivy finally got the person's name and now she's out to get her. And so the way the story is written, so when her therapist name is Marriott. And when Marriott gave her Lola's name, she also told her, make sure you come back for your session next week. And remember, if you are unable to talk about your thoughts, you can always write your thoughts down and I will read them and we will go from there, because sometimes it's easier for you to write them down than to say them out loud. So we are following Ivy as she writes this letter to Marriott, explaining to her how she plans to ruin Lola's life. And so as she's writing the letter, we're just following along with her in that journey to ruin Lola's life. We don't know what Lola did. Lola appears to not even remember or recognize Ivy because they have come in close contact. I'm not going to get that away because I feel like that'd be a spoiler, but they have come in close contact and Lola does not appear to even recognize Ivy. Either that or she does and she finna get this girl. So that's what I'm thinking. Either the one or the two. Like, she does recognize her and she's plotting to do some more bad stuff to her. Or she plotted to do some bad stuff to her because you already accused me of doing some bad stuff to you. Or she genuinely just don't even know who this young lady is because this young lady is seeking help mentally. So she genuinely don't know who she is. So yeah, this is what I'm getting ready to read. But here's where stuff gets a little bit more chaotic. Let me show you guys, okay? And as I was trying to figure out what book I should read next, an arc came in for me. Okay? This arc came in for me. Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. Now, I said if this ever came in my possession, whatever I was reading, I was going to stop reading it and read this. But I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to read it. I'm not in the mood right now, which is very surprising. So I got it. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I would love to get to it before the release date, but honestly, I think I could wait. Honestly, I think I could wait. I'm just happy I have the arc because I can read it from my Kindle when I am ready to read it, and I can read it physically as well. And then Wale, I forget her Instagram name. I think her name is The Hot Girl. She posted a book called, I think, The Edge Water or The Water Edge. I don't know. I'll put a picture right here. And she said it made her cry in public. So I went to look up the synopsis for this book. And it has family drama and mother-daughter relationships. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know I love anything with family drama and or with mother-daughter relationships, especially when the mother and daughter relationship is not good, like they're bumping heads or something happened between them. So I added that book to cart, and I got a gift card, and I really can go check out. But I don't know, we're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and read The Perfect Room because I need to finish another book this week. It's the end of the week. I need to finish this book before the top of next week. So yeah, when I have a update about this one, I will come back and talk to you guys about it. I'm not sure how many updates I can really give y'all because it's a thriller. And you know, if you give any updates about a thriller, you kind of sort of spoil the story. So we'll see. And I'll be back. This obviously days later, like 2 days later, but I'm back with an update. So Friday, because what's today? Today is Sunday. Today is Super Bowl Sunday, actually. And Friday, I went and got my hair done, and I read a lot while I was getting my hair done, but I did not record because Friday was just a long day, okay? I had woke up like at 3:30 because I get my workout in before work, went to work, and then right after work, went to get my hair done. And then when I got home, it was about 8 o'clock, and then I went ahead and just did our weekly reset, laundry, deep cleaning the kitchen, deep cleaning the bathroom. So I just didn't come with an update. By the time I was done, I was ready to pass out. I didn't want to come with no reading update. Like, I just didn't. And then yesterday, which was Saturday, I planned to get on the camera, but I didn't want to throw y'all off because I got dressed. And I went and celebrated Valentine's Day with my girls. So I didn't want to hop on camera all glammed up or whatever. So yeah, that's why I was like, And then by the time I was finished getting dressed and I was in the mirror taking all of my selfies and having my husband take my pictures and stuff, I was running late. I didn't even have an opportunity to get on this here camera with a reading update. But anyways, I am on chapter 30, and for reference, this book has 45 chapters. So I am officially on chapter 30, and we have switched point of views. So yeah, I remember I was telling you that Ivy got the name, she got Lola's name, Lola Maxwell, right? So she was given Lola's name when she became of age from her therapist. And so I already told you guys that, and I told you guys that she is out to ruin Lola's life. And the way that we are reading it is like she's writing a letter to her therapist, okay? Because her therapist told her, you know, if you can't get your thoughts out verbally in our sessions, then just write them down, and then we can talk about them at your next session after I read the letter that you wrote me. So that's what she's doing. So she's basically explaining how she's ruining Lola's life. Now, we did get to some parts of the book where I'm just like, dang, what am I reading? Like, where are we going with this? Because I, just like we always do, we feel like we got it figured out, right? And so I feel like I got it figured out, but I don't feel like I got it figured out because that will be too easy. If that was the case, like, that will be too easy. So I think we are about to get like the biggest twist, because we swap point of views now, and it's not Lola. It's not Lola's point of view. So we had Ivy's point of view the entire time, and then we swapped to somebody else's point of view, and it's not Lola's. So with this person's point of view, we are getting what happened, right? We're getting why Ivy is out to get Lola. But because we're given that information, now I know we finna get some big plot twist. So I'm kind of waiting on a plot twist. But Lola is not playing. I mean, Ivy is not playing. And for a minute, I thought Lola was up to what Ivy was doing. And I still think she is, because of the point of view swap. Like, the point of view that we're getting now is by a person that's really close to Lola. So I feel like she know what Ivy is up to, and that's how we are about to get like a major plot twist. But I can't wait to see what it is. But what I can say about Ivy, the girl ain't playing. She's trying to get her lick back for sure. Like, she's doing the dirty of the dirtiest things to get her lick back. And I'm just like, girl, is it really that serious though? Because what happened to you when you were a child, and now you are grown and you are really dipping your hands into some things that, I mean, payback is payback, I guess. But I'm just like, you really dipping your hands into some stuff that you really can't come back from. And I guess, child, I guess. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Chapter 30. So that's what we looking like in the book, how much I read versus how much I have left. I don't know what percentage that is. I'm so used to telling you guys how much of a percentage I'm in. I know it's well over 60%. I'm probably at like 70%. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading, and I think I'm gonna come back when I'm done with my final thoughts. I'm hoping to get done with this book today. Like I said, it is Super Bowl Sunday, and we are not really football watchers in my household. We don't really watch football, but just like everybody else, we here for the halftime show. So I am about to get up, finish like my weekend stuff, like get our clothes prepped for the week, and start some little Super Bowl Sunday snacks and prep for dinner, because my dinner is gonna be totally different than the little Super Bowl snacks. But yeah, when I have my final reading update, I will be back. I can't say that I'm really liking this book. I can't really gauge what rating I would give it. I guess I'm gonna have to wait until I'm finished to kind of see what rating I would give it, because the rating for a thriller for me is based up on how it ends and what the plot twist is. Because if I haven't figured out, baby, this is not a 5-star. If I can figure it out, if the reader can figure it out, you gotta work a little bit harder. So I'll be back when I got my final thoughts. Finally finished The Perfect Ruin, and the plot twist, it wasn't like a big plot twist. It wasn't big, because what I thought it would be, it was, but just in a little bitty different way. Because once the point of view changed, I was like, okay, yeah, I knew this person would have something to do with something, right? So the plot twist wasn't a but the plot, it shook it a little bit. What I can say is Ivy, she was the girl was crazy for real. She really was a mental patient, like for real. And like I said earlier, she was really getting into some stuff that she just really shouldn't have. Like, some of the stuff she was doing, I was like, girl, I don't think you should be doing that though. Like, I get what you're trying to do, but I don't think you should be doing that. Some of the decisions she was making was just like over the top to me. And yeah. Because the way it ended for her, yeah. Because girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So ultimately, the book was pretty cool. I still stand on, once we got to like the middle, it was kind of like, okay, you just putting stuff in here to make this girl look crazier than what she is. And it seemed like we had drifted off and got over to a whole different subject for a while. I forgot what I was reading because I'm like, how long we gonna sit in this particular scene? Like, how long we gonna be sitting here? Because I feel like it didn't take us nowhere. It didn't take us nowhere. So yeah, like the beginning, it was very intriguing because it started off, right? You know how everybody be like, if the first chapter ain't hitting, I don't want to mess with it. The first chapter was hitting because per the synopsis, she got that lady's name, right? So it was hitting. She was putting plans into place and all of that. So it definitely wheels you in the first quarter of the book. And then like once you get to the middle, to like where the meat and potatoes, the potatoes was getting a little mushy. Like they was getting a little mushy because we like, okay, how long these potatoes gonna be here? How long? How long the potatoes gonna be here? That's my son lives here. And I'm gonna let him do what he wanna do. You wanna know why? Because we potty training and he's doing amazing. So yeah, he can do what he wanna do. But yeah, when we got to the meat and potatoes, the potatoes start getting a little mushy because we like, okay, why we here? We've been here on the potatoes a little too long. And then towards the end, once we start getting multiple point of views, I'm just like, okay, well, I figured this person would have something to do with something because it only made sense. So like I said, the plot twist, it was a plot twist, but it wasn't a shocker for me. It was just like, okay. Like, all right. It was good though. I recommend that you guys read it. Because I know a lot of times a lot of us are looking for thrillers by Black authors. So I feel like this can kind of go in like the popcorn thriller category, if you want to say. To me, it wasn't thought-provoking. Like, you didn't really have to think super hard in this one. So if you just want a quick little, exactly what I wanted, right? Something quick, to change up the pace, then yes, grab that. That is quick and it's a good book to read just to switch up a little bit and then go back to whatever you was doing. There is some triggers. So loss of a child is mentioned multiple times, abortion and miscarriage. So if those things triggered you, then this book is not for you because it's part of the book. Like you're gonna continue to hear about miscarriages, abortions, loss of a child. Yeah, infidelity is a trigger in this book as well. So if those triggers bother you, or you're highly triggered by those topics, then I do not recommend, because pretty much most of the book is about having kids. Literally, like it's literally about having kids, having babies, losing a child. And yeah, I can see it being triggering for a lot of women. So if those are heavy hitters for you, don't pick this book up. I cannot wait to read her other two that I have on my Kindle. I forget the names, but I have her other two that are on her Kindle, so on my Kindle. So I'm excited to have tapped in a little bit more into her catalog because I read a romance book from her. I know she writes thrillers, and then I know she writes like dark romance as well. So I want to kind of dibble and dabble into every genre she writes. I love that she writes multiple genres. So I think I really like Shanora Williams, and I would recommend this book. Give it a try. If you read it already, without giving spoilers, how did you guys feel about the book? Did you guess the plot twist? Did you have a feeling like that's what was gonna happen? But yeah, so that's the end of this vlog. Bookstagram helped me pick my next read. This was the moody-ish reading vlog slash Bookstagram Instagram pick my next read vlog I've ever done. I've never been in this state where I was just so much of a mood reader. I had to swap some stuff around, so this was pretty fun. If you like videos like this where I get, you know, somebody or whatever to pick my next read, make sure y'all give this video a thumb up. That way I know and I can continue making videos like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ta-ta.